Find out how children and families can live a healthier life. Up next on the Giblin Report. Welcome to the Giblin Report. I'm Assemblyman Tom Giblin, representing the 34th District, which includes Clifton, East Orange, Montclair, and Orange. On today's segment, I am pleased to welcome the Executive Director of the East Orange YMCA, Ernest S. Bryant. Welcome, Ernest.
Thank you, Assemblyman. It's a pleasure.
Ernest, I know you're new to your position as Executive Director. Maybe tell us a little bit about your background and maybe what prompted you to take this challenging position.
A little bit about my background. Originally from New York, joined the military, was in the United States Navy on submarines, traveled the world, earned a undergrad and a master's, did a little work and lived in Florida for the last 21 years, worked with the Boy Scouts, did corporate America, and friends and family know that my passion is working with kids and working with families, and people said I needed to pursue that, and I did, and here I am with the YMCA of East Orange.
Are you a native of this area?
Not of Jersey, I'm a native of New York. I lived in Queens, I grew up in Queens.
As far as the YMCA is concerned, where is it physically located?
The YMCA is physically located at 100 North Arlington, the main building where the preschool is, and what we call down the hill on campus is 159 North Munn. That's where the gymnasium is and all our programs.
And what about your staff? I know you have paid staff, and of course a big component is your volunteer effort. Tell us about how it all works.
Let's start with the staff. We have an awesome staff. I jokingly, because of my military background, I call her the XO, the number 2. That's Sharon Parker. She runs our preschool program. It was an Abbott grant-funded program where we have 4 classes, 15 students each, and we provide preschool learning for children. We have Jessica Rademaker. She's our membership and marketing. She's great at social media. She does the tweeting and the Facebook. I'm not real good at that yet, but I'm trying to learn. Okay. It's difficult. Then we have Rhonda Singleton. She's our SAC director, school-age child care. We run an after-school program, and with the East Orange School Board, we have 4 sites off campus and then 1 site on campus, and we provide homework assistance, arts and crafts. We do sports catch, which is a Horizon initiative, and then Mark Davis, who is our facility manager, who keeps things clean for us. But the most important staff, we do a lot. We are paid, but it's the volunteers. Assemblyman. And
how are you doing as far as recruiting volunteers? Do you have some community support?
Yeah, we do. We have a really strong board. Robert Constance, he's our board chair. He leads the way. Dr. Tanya Cook, she's our finance, Strong Kids Campaign chair, vice chair. Dr. King, Dr. Burton, she's a principal. Heather Jones. We have a gentleman named Berg Linnaeus, Mark Scott, and several others. And
it sounds like you have strong support from the East Orange Board of Education.
Yeah, we do. We really, really do. They really support us. And I do want to mention there's these 2 particular volunteers, a lady named Jewel and Stella. They come all the time and they just help us. We call them, we need help. If we have an event, they show up. And it's that kind of volunteers that make a difference. It really does.
As far as your membership is concerned, are you getting support from the families in the greater East Orange area? And coupled with that is their children. Are the numbers there the way they should be?
Well, I always have a high goal. There's approximately 12,000 students in the East Orange school system, and our goal is to have 10% in our program, and to work with the East Orange Rec Committee. So we're growing rapidly. We have, on Saturday mornings, we have a sports program, a youth sports program, where kids can come in, they can learn basketball. We're coming up on baseball season. We want to teach them baseball, golf. It would be nice to teach kids lacrosse. And have them be able to expand their horizon in learning different sports, such as also soccer. So yeah, we're growing. Our membership is really growing in our aquatics program also.
And what about the financial aspect? I know nonprofits, whether it's the Y or other organizations, the business for a lot of reasons, maybe cutting it back a notch, and somehow people legitimately don't have, the money they had a couple of years ago as far as disposable income. So are you able to cope with, with the financial end?
It's tough. Oftentimes there are organizations like the Terrell Foundation. They provide a grant so that we can provide our preschool. We have a wraparound, and at Gibson Elementary, we provide after school for the preschoolers. The Terrell Foundation provides funding for that. We have the Orange Orphans. They provide a grant. PNC provides a grant. And so those grants really help us out. But the key is we have what's called the Strong Kids campaign. And that's where we ask parents, business owners, community leaders to make a contribution, to make a pledge. And every dollar goes to financial assistance because we don't want to turn a child away. If a child wants to go to after school instead of go home, if a child wants to go to summer camp, the Strong Kids campaign, that fundraiser helps that. It allows us to provide financial assistance to a child who otherwise wouldn't be able to do it.
The East Orange YMCA goes back quite a long way.
Yes, sir.
You want to tell us a little bit about the history of the Y? I mean, how long it's been in existence, and looking forward, kind of coupled with that. I know the past is there, but still, you got a future that's ahead of you. What do you think about that also?
Now I'm new. I've been here 7 months, and for the East Orange Y has been in existence for over 125 years.
It's a long history.
It is. It's a really long history, and it's rich. And from what I've been told, initially, a lot of the African Americans had to go to a Y, which was in Orange, and that's where they learned to swim. And then when we moved here, the diversity changed, and we bring people from all walks of life into our YMCA, whether they're Hispanic, African American, Caucasian, Asian, it doesn't matter. And so now what we're doing is we're building that bond where everybody feels that they can come for a safe haven. And we're doing that, and it's an exciting time.
Yeah. With your particular Y, are you considered independent, or do you belong to a larger association?
No, sir. We're one of the largest associations in New Jersey. We have South Mountain, which is a child care or a daycare facility. We have West Essex, which is in Livingston. They have a full facility where you work out. We have a facility, a YMCA in Sussex County. We have a YMCA in Wayne, and we have Fairview Lakes, which is an awesome opportunity for other organizations, schools, because they can go up to Fairview Lake. And we have archery, we have obstacle courses, we have obviously a lake where they can do aquatics. But we're currently working on a project where students and parents can go up to Fairview Lakes, and they're doing an environmental study, and they can learn more about environments and nature. And how awesome is it to take a child from the urban America into the country or into the woods and let them run and roam? We have a great opportunity there at Fairview Lakes, and it's led by our CEO, Rick Gorb, and our Vice President, Larry Leff.
I listened to you carefully about some of the programs that you're offering at the East Orange Y. I mean, sporting is a big component.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to attack anything more? I mean, what's the age you start, and what do you go up to? I mean, is it is it 2 to 32, or do you have a cutoff before that?
No, there's no cutoff.
Do you do programs for adults? I mean,
absolutely.
Maybe let's talk about what you're doing as far as sporting activities that will benefit the community.
Well, benefiting the community. With the young kids, we do swimming. We have swimming lessons, and obviously we have the basketball and that component. We have gymnastics, which is for ages 3 to 16. Yeah. But for the adults, we have a Zumba class on Monday and Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. We do Zumba.
You're in that class?
I'm not. No. The young lady Amber Montgomery, she does a wonderful job, okay. and of all ages are there. On Tuesday nights we have line dancing, and every song imaginable People dance. They do line dancing too. That's on Tuesday nights.
Is that the one Jillian Barracks?
Yes, Jillian
okay,
Barracks is heading
I
that.
read some of your information.
She is. On Thursdays, on Wednesday afternoons now, we're doing line dancing. Jessica Rademaker, she's running that. On Saturday mornings at 10, we have a kickboxing class. And then we have water aerobics for seniors. I like to refer them as active older adults. So on Tuesday mornings at 9, we have a water aerobics. Saturday morning at 9, we have water aerobics. And then Wednesday evenings at 7, we have water aerobics. And we're growing because I just talked to a group of active older adults, and we're going to possibly start a low impact on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10. So it's all ages. Yes, sir.
And what about adults? What kind of activities? Somebody said that you're doing something as far as financial literacy is concerned?
Yes, we're working on a program for financial literacy, and
what's that encompass?
Well, what we want to do is our vision is to be a healthier you. That's and healthy is not just in the body, but it's also in the mind and the spirit. So we're going to work with different banks in the community to teach people how to invest, how to save, and how to be more financially independent going into an economically challenged time.
And what is this, a series of classes?
Yes, sir, it's a series of classes. It's a part of, our vision is to have youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. And the social responsibility piece is to have classes that are free. You can come on a Tuesday night, and we will have different, as I said, different banks and institutions teach financial literacy and other social responsible components.
And do you get all involved, like with issues of health and things like that? I know, like, a community like East Orange has a lot of challenges sometimes, as far as maybe the lifestyles and the health of its citizens, and even matters of public safety, for example, sometimes with, kids being in the playground situation, or trying to make sure their well-being is looked after.
Yes, sir. We're definitely looking at the health component, and we're collaborating with East Orange General, Kevin Slavin, he's the CEO there. One of his staff members, Director Leslie Eady. We're working with the East Orange Health Department, Ms. Evans. The person from the Health Department is Karen LaRussa, and the State Alliance, Janet. We're doing something called Shaping New Jersey, and it is to teach people, not only, people can do physical workout, but what about the nutrition, how we eat, what we put in our bodies. And then one of the things that we have to look at is in the urban America, diabetes is huge. Obesity is on the rise in all communities, and we want to educate people on how to live a healthier you, how to live a healthier lifestyle. So you run these programs
in conjunction with East Orange General Hospital?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And are you getting the interest there, or are you still trying to promote the
Absolutely,
activities?
We're getting the interest. We have open houses once a quarter. We have an open house on a Saturday, and during that time we invite the whole community in. And we do seminars at that time on diabetes or obesity. We work with the city of East Orange is also a big part, and the school board, because one of the things that we want to do is we want to look at the vending machines. We don't want to take money out of the vending companies, but what we want to do
is change
behaviors. So it's called, and I hope I get this, Liz Youngstein, she helps us out with this. It's go, slow, whoa. So you have your go foods, you have your slow foods, and you have your whoa foods. Okay. And so, and if we can get kids to start eating differently, because if you just take the potato chips out the machine, they're gonna go somewhere else. But if you give them choices, healthier choices, maybe they'll make them, absolutely.
I know you're constantly looking for volunteers. What kind of criteria you look for in volunteers, or is there any things that they have to be conscious of when they, try to seek out an affiliation with the Y?
This may sound a little corny, Assemblyman. We're looking for people like you. The reason I say that is I had the opportunity to go to your breakfast. It was on a Sunday morning. And because of you, I was able to meet a gentleman, the DCA, Richard
Constable.
Richard Constable.
Well, he's an Orange resident. He's a local guy.
And because of you, I was able to meet him. Because of him, I met Joyce Paul. Because of him, I met Perry Neuron, which is the director of nutrition and fitness. So you say, what kind of volunteers? People that care. I've seen you in various formats and different functions.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
But it's true though, Assemblyman. You have a genuine care about East Orange and Essex County, and you may not see me, but I see you, and it's a genuine concern about the well-being of our community and the people that live in it. So what's the volunteer we're looking for? We're looking for volunteers that want us to make a difference, want to make an impact, and that really care. And you're that guy. I really believe that, sir.
Thank you. So really, that's part of the whole effort about getting the community involved.
Yes, sir.
You know, getting parents to kind of take seriously their responsibilities. Do you do any type of programs like for the parents, like parenting, or, you know, especially like there's issues, I know there's probably a fair amount of single parent homes. I mean, does that present any special challenges for, you know, the Y in terms of trying to, you know, get kids and keep them motivated and, you know, look out for kids that might be perhaps going on the wrong path?
One of the things that, there was a young man that...
Because it seems to me kids stay involved with the Y, it kind of goes like the normal sequence. They tend to be good students. They, you know, they're get involved with different activities, Boy Scouts, church activities. So
exactly.
it kind of runs parallel, wouldn't you think? It
does. It really does run parallel. And so what we're working on is, if we can, there's an old adage, where the child goes, the parent goes. And so on a Saturday morning, if the child is in the gym learning sports, whatever the sport is, what we want to do is take the parents upstairs into our multi-purpose room and maybe have those seminars and get them more involved in learning healthier you, whether it's finance, whether it's nutrition, whether, like in the spring, we're going to have what's called the Up the Hill Gang, where we're going to invite people to walk. We're working with the city of East Orange, where we're going to build a historic trail. And one of your favorites, Miss Goldie Burbage, we're working with her so that we can develop that for parents to get involved and teach them as they exercise, they learn more about the community, and they can teach their children. So we are, definitely.
Yeah. We're looking at a photo here now, Ernest. What's this all about? It seems a lot of people in blue shirts. I'm not...
Yes.
Looks like some playground equipment. Maybe give us an overview of that.
Well, this particular picture is summer camp. One of the things.
Where is that located? Do you know?
This particular park, I think it was I may not get it right. It was in Newark.
Okay, Branchbrook Park.
Branchbrook Park.
Okay.
We took the kids to Branchbrook Park just to get out and have some fun. Our summer camp is, we do our best to be impactful. This year we want to take kids to Hershey Park. We want to take them to Bear Mountains and the Museum of Science and History. But this particular picture, we took kids out for the day, we took them to the park just so they can come get away from the Y and have an environment where it's safe and they can play.
On some of those trips like to Hershey Park or to Bear Mountain, how do you underwrite things like that? Hershey Park is, you know, over in Pennsylvania. Here's another shot here. I noticed maybe you can answer that question too. It looks like East Orange City Hall. We got a bunch of good-looking youngsters there. It looks like they're getting ready to roll somewhere.
One of the people that underwrite, you said underwrite, is Horizon. Horizon has an initiative, A Healthier You, or it's called Catch.
I know they're very concerned about issues of childhood obesity.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
yes they are. And so on this particular day, we took our kids on a 1-mile walk, and we talked to the mayor, and the mayor's not downstairs yet, but we brought the kids in front of City Hall, and they're saying, you can be healthier too, and they're pointing. So it was a fun day. We walked around, we went up Main Street, we stopped at the fire department, and the firemen took pictures with us. It was pretty awesome.
Do you have capacity problems as far as the number of children that you can take at the Y? I mean,
no, sir. There's no capacity. The more, let them come. We will find a way. Absolutely.
And of course, it looks like something here with dinosaurs. We see the back of a young girl's head. What's she doing there, Ernest?
She's on a smart board, and again, one of the initiatives from Horizon, the shirt she's wearing, but it's the Terrell Foundation. The Terrell Foundation is very interested in early literacy. And with that, we're able to teach our kids reading and writing at a younger age and get them to hopefully be more prepared once they get to the first grade. And so this young lady is talking about dinosaurs on a smart board, where this smart board, you can touch the screen and make different functions happen. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It really
So
is.
with like the collaborations you're working on in East Orange, maybe just it seems like you have a good relationship going with the East Orange
Yes, sir.
Board of Education. What other church are you working with? The churches, for example?
Yes, sir. We're working with the clergy of East Orange. We're building what I would say a slow, steady, strong relationship with all the churches, because a lot of people go to church, and what happens when they leave church? Are they healthy? Do they know more about health? So we are working with them. We're working with the churches. We're working with the school board. As I said,
And I assume the Chamber of Commerce really realizes it's good business to have a strong Y in the community, correct?
it is Amir Hassimi. He is. I hope I pronounce Amir's
That's correct.
last name.
You got his name right.
Yeah.
He's out and about. He's a man.
He's a man on the town. Yeah,
he's like the
a good
honorary
guy.
deputy mayor. He seems to
he's a good guy.
support just about every activity
does.
that should be, and he's definitely doing a good job in terms of trying to make a strong.
He is. He's
Chamber of
actually on
Commerce.
our board. He sits on our board, and he helps out a lot. Yes, he does. Yes.
So, like some ideas as far as your agenda going forth with the Y. I mean, is anything you're going to say to the viewers of the Giblin Report? This is how you can help me. Maybe start giving us some ways. I know a check is always important.
A check is always important.
Volunteers, but maybe other issues that you feel will be helpful to your success.
The thing that we're looking at is a strong volunteer base. We're going to work with the East Orange Rec Committee, Renee Mohammed. Her and I sat down, and we were trying to find ways.
Do you find it's a problem getting volunteers? People seem to be working one job, two jobs.
Yeah, it's difficult. It is, and we need dads, moms. We're starting. Baseball season is coming up. We need a baseball coach. We need people that play golf, that's willing to teach our kids. Jillian Barrick, they have said that they would help us use the East Orange golf course. And so we're looking for coaches. That's one of the main things that we're looking for is coaches. And we're looking for seniors that could come read to our kids. If you know how to quilt and teach that would be excellent. Yes, sir.
So, the seniors probably are a big component. I mean, the East Orange has a fair percentage of senior citizens, so you're looking just to, you said quilt or beyond that, read?
Reading, quilting. I've actually sat down with Catherine Willis, who's the director of the Bowser Senior Citizens Center, and we are definitely trying to recruit seniors to come in, and so that they can teach history to our kids, and they can sit down and read to them and nurture them, and teach our kids some of the things that they learn as children. Because you always say, well, in the 60s or in the 50s, this is how it was. Well, how was it? And so Miss Brown or Mr. Green, they can teach the kids what it was like in the 50s and 60s and how they can become more productive members of society.
Thinking back, you mentioned you had a strong military career. Did you ever kind of envision that it'd be put to work this way?
No.
I mean, has it really, it probably has prepared you a lot in terms of discipline and being agenda orientated and, keeping your eye on the prize. I mean,
it does. It really does.
How many years were you in the military?
I was in the military for 20 years. I did submarine life for 10, and I did intelligence for 10. And it taught me the discipline of courage, honesty, the same things that the YMCA has.
So submarine life, you were like?
Underwater, yes, sir.
For how long a period of time?
The longest I was underwater was 32 years. 32 days. We were underwater for 32 days. And when we came up, we were in places that was very interesting.
How does that affect your body?
It doesn't.
No?
It really doesn't affect us much. You have to have a mental capacity to understand that you're going to go away for a period of time and you're going to lose communication with the outside world. Yeah, and that's okay.
Okay,
that's
well,
okay.
You got through it. That's the important thing.
Yeah,
You're looking none the worse.
Yeah, thank you.
But just tell us once again about the East Orange Y, where it's located. Is there any fees that a youngster would have to pay for any of these different programs? Is it on a sliding scale? How does it work?
Well, as I said, membership.
East Orange Y is located at what?
East Orange Y is located 100 North Arlington, 100 North Arlington Avenue in East Orange.
And do you have a phone number off the top of your head?
The phone number is 973-673-5588.
And what about these different programs with preschool or after school? Are the fees attached with that?
There are. The after-school program, there is a fee attached to it, and because of the Strong Kids campaign, we believe in no child turned away. So the more people that support the Strong Kids campaign, if a child can't afford it, we do financial assistance. Everybody should have stake in the game, so we want parents to find the ways and means of participating in the fee. And yes, there is a fee there. For instance, it's $265 a month for the after-school program. Our summer camp, it's $180 a week. It's 9 weeks.
But that's a great experience, really, for
absolutely.
kids for summer camp.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's huge.
That's a small investment for a great, keeping the kid safe, keeping the kid out of harm's way, and really giving them some positive influence.
Absolutely, because one of the things that we're going to do this year, I'm working with Rutgers, and for 6 of the 9 weeks, Rutgers is going to come in and do a bike training class, safety bike training, and then we're going to take them bike riding because we have 25 mountain bikes that was granted to us. So that's one of the things.
All those things are really important for an
Absolutely.
upbringing, giving the kid the opportunities. I mean, that's all you're looking for, is to provide them on equal footing with other kids in the county or the state.
Absolutely, and East Orange Y and all YMCA's, it's a safe haven. It's a place where I look back on my life, and I was in the YMCA. I was in the McBurney YMCA on 23rd Street, and my mother still has this Indian head that I made out of mold, and I was a young kid. So what is it like for a child to come to summer camp or after school and build a birdhouse? And it takes a couple days, and then they paint it, and then they take that birdhouse home, and when they take it home, they put a little seed in it, and then the bird comes in and eats the seed. So now what we've just done is we've helped their motor skills, we've helped them build something, and now we're giving back to nature.
Well, I want to thank Ernest Bryant,
Yes, sir.
the Executive Director of the East Orange YMCA, really for giving us a lot of insight about programs that are happening at the Y. And I want to remind the viewers of the Giblin Report that if you have any issues that require my attention or any issues regarding current state legislation, you can reach out to me at 973-779-3125, or else you can also email me at asmgiblin@njleg.org. And of course, for more information, you can go to my website at www.assemblymangiblin.com. Thanks for watching the Giblin Report. And remember, if it's an issue to you, it's an issue to me. Thanks a lot again, Ernest. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay.